for it to be that old, 1989, usually you would look and say, oh, that didn't age too well, or that effect does look cheesy now. But no, the stuff in here is still very effective, still nasty. Even after all these years, I still look at those grotesque scenes and I'm like, ooh. And here's the review.
It was an experiment that tampered with nature's most basic laws. Now, a crew of undersea miners is about to stumble upon this terrifying secret.
Alright, y'all, so the reason why I'm here today is because Alien Romulus just dropped last week, and I just went down memory lane for a bit. I checked out the first Alien, which I haven't seen in a long time, still dig it. And then another movie came to mind, which is considered an Alien ripoff, or some people call it Alien and the Thing ripoff, right? With a little sprinkle of Jaws in there, and that's Leviathan. Now, this is an old-ass movie. This is from 1989, and I want to kind of go into spoilers, but for some reason, I feel like not a lot of people have seen this movie, so I'm going to try to make this review as if nobody that I know has seen it. So Leviathan is a 1989 joint that came out the same year as James Cameron's The Abyss. And as a matter of fact, people were comparing the two. There were three deep sea movies at that time. You had, I think it was called Deep Star 6, Leviathan, and then The Abyss. And of course, The Abyss is the most successful one because it's James Cameron. But I feel like Leviathan is very underrated, very unsung. And I think because people compared it to Alien and The Thing and called it a ripoff, you know, that just automatically turns people off. But if you watch this movie now, it's no masterpiece by any stretch of the imagination. But I feel like this is a fun enough monster movie where if you had a bunch of people over and you had some drinks, and this may be a hot take, but if you say, you know, if you're around a bunch of people, like I said, we all drinking and shit, yo, let's throw on a crazy ass fucking B monster movie that we can have fun with. You got Alien, then you have Leviathan. I would pick Leviathan just because, not because it's a better movie, but because to me it's just a funner time. It's funner, that's a word, right? Yeah, it's just a better time because it's so over the top, it's crazy, it's nasty as hell, you know what I'm saying? And Alien is more of a, you know, a film purist favorite movie, you know what I'm saying? That's the kind of movie you can watch and just dissect and say, wow, that was so masterful, how Ridley Scott did this and the shot there, and you know what I'm saying? Like Alien is a film critic's wet dream. Leviathan is just like for anybody to watch to have fun with. So real quick, the plot is these, I don't want to call them deep sea divers, but this crew is on a mission underwater to do something. I don't know what the hell they were doing. I wasn't paying attention to that part. But they come across this sunken ship called the Leviathan. It's a Russian ship. And they find this treasure chest in there, which they think is going to be full with buried treasure. But no, what they find is a bunch of files and a flask of liquor. And being that they can't have no alcohol on the boat, they smuggle the flask in there. Somebody gets a hold of it, drinks it, not knowing there's a parasite on that motherfucker. And we have what's kind of chestbuster, but on a body horror type level. All right, that's all I'm gonna give you. So this stars Peter Weller, RoboCop himself. It's got your girl from, what's the white chick from Beverly Hills Cop with her fine ass? What's her name? Jenny Summers. You got Daniel Stern in here. Ernie Hudson is a token black guy. Some foreign white model chick that you know is going to be the final girl when you see her. You know what I'm saying? That's just a given in any horror movie. And it was also directed by the same guy that did First Blood Part 2. What's his name? George Cosmatos. And the musical score was actually by the same guy that scored Alien, Goldsmith. All right, so this movie technically should have had a lot going for itself, and it did, but it did have some B elements to it. It did bite Alien a lot, it did bite The Thing a lot, but it was still just so much damn fun. And I will say, as far as the performances go, Peter Weller, right, he played RoboCop, right? And there's a reason why they cast him as RoboCop, because some of his line delivery here is very robotic. Like, you think that he's RoboCop, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes the motherfucker don't even seem human. You know, but I like the chemistry of the cast, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, the crew in this movie has more chemistry than the crew from Alien Romulus, you know what I'm saying? I believe them as comrades, as friends, as co-workers, the way they, as Kevin Garnett like to say, the Ritter between all of them, you know what I'm saying? The banter between all of them and how they got along. And actually, the nasty shit don't really start till like almost an hour in, so for the first 30, 40 minutes, we just get to really know these characters. And every now and then, you know, we get like a little jump scare too. But then once the shit hits the fan, that's when all the craziness happens. As a matter of fact, I fixed myself a burger, right? So about 30 minutes in, I got a little hungry. So let me fix myself a lunch. And I was eating my burger, and I took a bite of the burger, and then that's when the nasty stuff started to happen. And I put it down. I said, yep, don't watch this while you're eating. So that's a compliment to the movie, because for it to be that old, 1989, usually you would look and say, oh, that didn't age too well, or that effect does look cheesy now. But no, the stuff in here is still very effective, still nasty. Even after all these years, I still look at those grotesque scenes and I'm like, ooh. But one thing that did bother me also is the creature itself. So in the credits, it says Stan Winston's workshop, right? Which I said, okay, because Stan Winston is a known name in the film industry at the time for his effects, right? For his makeup and stuff. But Stan Winston didn't actually do this, but it was Stan Winston Studios. Just like when you see ILM, you think George Lucas, you think Star Wars. So it's Stan Winston's workshop, and Stan Winston had nothing to do with this, really. And they kind of hid the creature like they did Alien, but still in Alien, you did get to see the creature pretty much in its full form. Here, I don't think the producers had faith in how the creature looked, because when you watch this movie, they cut away so quick. Like, you'll see it for like a brief second. Like, only way you get a good look at it is if you pause it, and then you look at it still and be like, okay, that's what the creature looked like. And the design isn't terrible, but like I said, I guess they just didn't have faith in it, because the way the movie built up to seeing the creature, because of all the nasty shit that happened prior to seeing it, when you do see it, you still think of that nasty stuff and it still sticks with you. So you're like, ugh, that thing looks crazy. But they just kept cutting away. And I'm like, dude, let us see it, okay? We build up to this moment, let us see the motherfucker. They don't do that, all right? And the ending is bitten right from Jaws, okay? I wasn't going to spoil it, but yeah, that's... the Jaws part comes in at the end, so they did bite off of Jaws. They bite off the thing as far as copying people, kind of. So, yeah, with that being said, as far as ripoffs go, this is probably the best Alien ripoff that you'll see, and there's a lot of them. You got movies like Creature. You got, what's that other one, man? Damn. There's quite a few of them. There's a few of them, but I think this is one of the best ones. You know what I mean? And it's funny because every time you have like a big successful movie that's very innovative, like, you know, you have Jaws, then you have the Jaws ripoffs like Alligator and Piranha, you know what I'm saying? Alien actually is a product of Star Wars, because Ridley Scott was so inspired by Star Wars that he did Alien, but after Alien, they started making all kind of, you know, creature features and stuff like that. So, yeah, I say if you're a fan of Alien, watch it. If you're a fan of The Thing, watch it. If you're a fan of Jaws, watch this, and I think that you will be thoroughly entertained. All right, and that's it, and that's all I have to say about it. So yeah, Leviathan, check it out. Streaming wise, I think it's on Max, so do yourself a favor, get you some popcorn, get you some drink, get you some bud or whatever, and enjoy this movie. Just have fun with it. It's just a grotesque B monster movie, and that's what I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it a B. Very underrated. Check it out. Let me know what you think about it. If you have seen it, comment freely below. Let me know what you think. And after you watch it, come back and yeah, let's chop it up. All right. So that's it, and that's all. Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.